It's your girl, B Kikoa, on the B Kikoa Show. Hi guys, how you all doing? It's another Wednesday. See guys, I love doing these things, yeah, no doubt. But the thing is, the way since I've started the pod, the way the next Wednesday comes, it comes so fast. Like I'm wondering, when did I release the last episode? And now I have to come up with another episode and do this. Guys, like, and besides, May has been so fast. This month has been exceptionally fast. Like, 1 minute, I'm like, this 1st of May, everybody say, oh, happy new month. The next minute, literally next week is is the end of month. So, I don't know, Sham. I don't know how I feel about it because I feel like there are a lot of things I want to do and a lot of things I'm praying for God to do for me. But yeah, May has been May has been May as it's almost ending, but it's literally ending next week. Before I continue, the funny thing is that this was not pre-planned, but for some reason I have been talking about love throughout the month of May. Why is that? I don't know. But to be that, I said this was not pre-planned. From the first episode of the point of view of a what does love means to a single person, to the point of view of what does love mean to a married 1 year person. And guys, I have had a lot of feedback from that particular episode. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the comment. Thank you so much for the love. Oh God, I guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of these things that you guys are doing. You're making a grown woman cry. But really, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all my friends that have just reached out and just encouraged me one way or the other. Great. So yes, that's that. So now, what are we gonna be talking about? We're gonna be talking about point of view of what does love means from a point of view of in a long distance relationship. Yeah, in a long distance relationship. So the point of view of what love means to a person in a long distance relationship. But before we go into the topic, before we go into the topic, guys, there's something that happened. So I work in my surviving job. Yeah, that brings me money. I work in a restaurant, and there was a there was an old man that called into the restaurant and said, oh, he wanted to make a booking and all of that. But for some reason, there was no way, the way my restaurant works, you'd have to go on Uber Eats or our app to um, order food and this food get delivered to you. You can't just call and hope that the food will get delivered to you. That it doesn't work that way. So because he's an old man, or based on the conversation I had with him, I knew he was an old man. And I did ask him, he said he's an old man. And he said that, oh, so I had to tell him that there's no way, he has to find a way to either download Uber Eats or the app. And if he does that, then we'll be able to deliver the food to him. And he said, oh, there's no way he can do that. That is just the one only aim, blah, 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 and all of that. But okay, fine. Is there a way you can come down to the to the place so that you can order your food and get it? And it was like, that is such an inconvenience, but he's going to find a way to come. And I was like, for some reason, I was even like, why is this old man trying to come to like, just trying to ensure that I get this food and all of that? And he was like, oh, it's his wife's birthday on Friday. So he called on Wednesday. So he was trying to make the order for Friday. I mean, for some reason, I thought it was a big order. But like no, it was like just wanted like two, three or four items basically, like for two people. Lovely items, like not lovely item, but lovely food menu. You get. So he then placed the order, but I told him that he shouldn't worry. Like, if you just come in on Friday and pick up the order. that is fine. That we have gotten the order, but he has to come in to pick up. Before he left, and I said, "Oh, that it's an inconvenience for him." Why was it an inconvenience for him? Because he had stroke, and it was going to be difficult for him to come. I was like, oh, that I'm so sorry that like he has stroke and all of that. But there's really no way I will be able to go around this based on like this conversation. Yeah, like I don't like tried seeing if you can download the app and walking through the walking through it with him, but there was no way he could do that. So I like the only option was him coming physically. And I felt bad about it because this man is obviously he's an older person, he has stroke and he really wanted to do something beautiful for his wife. There was really nothing I could do about it. But guess what? On Friday, he did come. Like he got the food, everything was arranged for him, and we gave it to him. And he like I felt so I was like, what is this love that this man has for his wife that is so intentional that even when it is so inconvenient for him, this man literally had physical inconvenience. Like he had stroke. It was when he came in, it was struggling. Like people had to help him into the restaurant and help him out of the restaurant. Like it was crazy. But I mean, in my head, I'm like, what is this love that this man has? That it was like, I think when he came, he was like, oh, over, I can't remember the years now. So I'm just going to say probably 26. But I think when he said something 20 something years or more than that, I don't know. I was like, what is this love that has remained constant and consistent over the years that this man is still willing to do this amazing gesture? It might not be obviously it's not big thing of oh he's traveling, maybe it's something I don't know whatever big thing people think it is, but the fact that it was not convenient for him, but he still did it in a sense, in a way, to just ensure that his wife is happy and happily fed on her birthday. Oh my god, such love. But really, 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 I was so emotional about it. Obviously, I didn't tell him all of this, but it just, I just looked into myself. I was like, oh, God. I don't necessarily want to say I pray for their type of love because I don't know what their type of love is. I just saw a snippet of what it is. But I pray for somebody that is so intentional about that, about me in a sense that will go like the extra. The love itself was just touching and yeah. So yes. We spoke about that love, 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 love. Oh, such a love, such a lovely. In fact, the fact that I'm even telling you this story, I am I'm just remembering that day and I'm feeling very emotional and very may good love find us. Amen. Amen. Anyways, guys, so because we have established the fact that I am a single person. Yeah. Yeah. And I am not married based on the last episode, right? Yeah. So that means we have a guest for the person in a relationship. So, guys, give it up for my one and only best friend, sister, colleague, acquaintance. She's none of that. She's not my acquaintance. She's not my colleague. She's an amazing person, and I love her. Give it up for our guest. You can have somebody. Well. Hi. Well, as you all know, he just introduced me. My name is Esther, Buki's friend. So apparently, I've been friends with Buki for, let's just say, 27 years, roughly, more than that. So we've been friends for a while. So Buki is an amazing person, but that's not why we're here. Okay, my name is Esther. I'm a nurse. I'm Buki's friend, and I'm happy to be here. Well, I do be happy to be here. You don't have a choice in the sense. Yes, I didn't have a choice actually. You forced me here. Because I didn't want to come, but I'm happy to be here. Anything, you do anything for friendship, so. But I told you, at this point, if she like, she should not do. But do you know what? I know we have something serious, but let's talk about the conversation, the story I said earlier. Do you want that kind of love to find you? Where somebody this man is, I don't know, whatever he's feeling is not physically able to do something. He could have even said, well, it's another birthday, she's gonna be fine, or it's not that deep. We'll just maybe eat something at home, or she will just figure because most people that have stroke or something. I don't know most people that have stroke. It's not like I know them. I don't know what they are thinking. But I just feel like some people will not just want to go the extra mile or just be inconvenient themselves. But the fact that that man did that, how what did that tell you?
So I'll say relationship is about being intentional. So when I was listening to you when you said he had a stroke, and having a stroke, it's not an easy task, honestly. Like, especially, I don't know the kind of stroke he has, but definitely one part of his body is not working, so he can't drive. So it's just about being intentional. I'm sure he did, like you said, they've been together for 20 something years, so he has a lot of reasons to sacrifice a lot for the woman he loves. I'm sure the lady too has done something to make that day. She has done a lot of things over time to make that day so special for him. So they used to say you would do anything for the people you love. So I think it's just being intentional. And I will not say, did I say I like that kind of love? I just feel we grow in love. So I know there are some things I will do for you that I will not just do for a random friend. Like, even if a friend hacks me, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it. But if it's for booking, my own is that, oh, how can we find a solution to this? So yes, I feel everybody want that kind of love, but it's work in progress. You will definitely get there. And if the lady doesn't deserve it, I don't think he would have gone extra mile like that. It might just be the lovey-dovey person, because to deal with someone that has a stroke is not easy. So I'm sure he thought about a lot of things, a lot of reasons why he needs to honor his woman. Like you said, you don't know what they've faced in their relationship. So we all wish for relationships like that, or he knows why he has to honor his wife. And but that's beautiful though. Yeah.
It is, it is, it is, it is. I don't even know. Like that that experience just made me see that there are intentional old people relationship. A lot of people are shouting intentional relationship, communication, and all of those things. But it's mostly I see it a lot in very young relationship, or people that just newly married, or people that like every young person, everybody shouting intentionality, communicate, and that's beautiful and lovely and very healthy. But the fact that I'm seeing it in a very in an old, I don't know whether I would say Gen X. I don't think it's even Gen X. I don't know, those old people. I've not seen I've not seen love through old people point of view before, and that would be an interesting topic, to be honest. But like a point of view of somebody, they love themselves but they are old. I've never seen it because most, to be honest, my parents are very casual about their relationship. They're not very touchy or like, oh, I love you, you love me. No, they're not. So it was very surprising to just see that aspect of love in from this man. It was just so beautiful to me. I don't know what touched it, basically touched my soul. I'm not going to lie. Like I felt it deep within my soul. Like, ah, this is beautiful. Yes. So but yeah,
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 I'll
yeah.
say I've actually seen a lot of old people that really love themselves. And I'll say maybe because of our culture, our parents don't really express the love they have for themselves except in the room. Because my own dad will say, anytime I want to talk to my mom, he say, go and call your mommy for me. And I'm like, is she my mommy or your wife? And he kind of ignore that part. But I would say I've seen old people relationship here. And I feel like old people's relationship are more genuine because they've gone through thick and thin. So anything you are seeing right there is the real deal. Our young people, we can fake it to make it, but we are in that progress. And it's just so touching because I feel relationship is not easy. So for them to still be at that stage and still love each other that much, kudos to them. That's all I wanted to say there.
But yeah, let's come to you. Today is about you and your relationship. Well, not yesterday, but you. What's in your relationship? Part of your life is your relationship. Yeah. So we've established the fact that my friend Esther is in a relationship. Yeah, established that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, before we talk about like the details of the relationship and how you guys became long distance or whatnot, let's start with something really simple. So, how did you and your partner meet?
Okay. So I think before I moved, before I moved to
Also, sorry that I had to cut you short. Was it a was it love at first sight? Was it something that grew
yeah, it was
eventually, or was
something
it
that
something?
grew. It was not love at first sight. It was something that grew. See, something about me, I like when you're compassionate. And okay, one weak point about me, I love brilliant guys. So how we met was it was very funny because I think I just completed my NYC, and I think people that know me knows that before I left Nigeria, I make shoes. And if you want to be my very good friend, patronize me. Buy everything I sell, buy shoe, buy slippers. Oh my god, I'll be in your DM because I'm bad at replying, but anything that relates to my business, I'm always very, very serious. And I just got back from NYSC then. So I had this big mommy. She owns a pharmacy. So I spoke to her that I wanted to come supply in her shop. Then customers will patronize her, then I'll get my money. And she was like, oh, no problem. She's someone I cherish so much. When I got back from service, you're like, I can bring some. So I made a lot. So I took my product to her, and oh no, the first time I didn't take it. I sent my brother because I don't even know what happened. I didn't go there. But the second badge, and he has to go and collect my money now. So I took the second badge, and then I met the pharmacists on duty. And trust me, I will always sell my products. Then I got there, I said, hi, hi. And he was like, oh, am I the one making those shoes? I said, yes, I even have more designs. And I was showing him. And I think God so kind. He was putting on my slippers that day. And I was so, so happy. And he gave me a very good review. Then that same day, I think he ordered a shoe, he ordered everything. And I was so, so happy. And definitely me, I like keeping up with my business. So we exchanged numbers. I don't even know if I was not affected his number or something. We exchanged numbers, then I delivered that one to him. And I'll say he's a quiet and reserved person. And I'm someone that I like to talk. Like not like to talk. Anything that will bring money into my business. And from there we started talking, and we went from there.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to ask. So based on this conversation, or based on what you just said, that means you guys met physically. It's not like you met online or you met or somebody introduced you. So basically, the relationships have not always been a long distance relationship. It was
No,
quite
it's
physical.
no, it was not even. There was no one like we didn't even think it was going to be a long distance relationship, because as at that point I met him, I didn't have any reason to travel. All my mind was that, oh, I just go out of school. I just wanted to build my business. I didn't plan on getting a job, but I was just more about building my brand, and that's how I met him. Then he was saying a lot of big vocabularies, and I was like, "Whoo, this guy is brilliant." And okay, one funny thing is that I don't even know. I think he posted something. I'm like, wow. Like then, anytime he send a message, I'm always confused because the words are always so big. And another one that made me fall in love was his voice. Oh my god, it was Prince Charming.
they
Okay.
use boys to carry my friend go.
Yes, so don't worry. I can even send you a voice notes of if you listen to that voice. At first, I remember when we started talking, I couldn't hear shit, but I was still in love with the voice. But with time, I had to tell him like, guy, you have to slow down. Yeah, yeah, like that, like that, like that. Okay.
Right. Okay, so what then, or how did the long distance happen?
Okay, so it was, I'll say after NSAS, I made up my mind that I can't stay in Nigeria. Like I made up my mind that oh, this country is not meant for me. And luckily for me, I had a sister in the US. Then I started the processing. It was less than a year. I just started the processing, but I was serious with it, but I wasn't too serious because I had to write some professional exam. I had to prepare, and that was like 1 year after we started dating. And I told him about it though that I'm processing it, but I think I told him halfway. That I'm processing to travel, and everything just clicked. And we started the long distance. And it was not even meant to be long distance, but it was just a situation that made the long distance.
But how have you guys been able to manage Israeli with the fact that as is in Nigeria, you're in the US, the time zone, your schedule is obviously working, you're busy with what you're doing with school and work. So have you been able to navigate that, all those changes in time zone and in schedules and in lifestyle generally?
Mm, at first, I used to say long distance is to me, when I'm with you, when you're my ride or die, I'm with you to the last. I don't really care about what is around me. So okay, how we navigate stuff. I'll say something about our relationship. It's not about being in love because I would say that there are sometimes we've gone out of love and the friendship kept us going because relationship can be so overwhelming, and I guess I had a lot of personal things I was dealing with in my life that I there are sometimes that I just don't want to talk, but he understand. I feel like we said from the beginning, it's about being intentional, and we've created that habit of always talking to each other on video calls. Like I said, it wasn't planned. The long distance wasn't planned, but so about being intentional. I won't lie. He send gifts. There are sometimes I'll be like, how do you even do it? Because it's very expensive, and I don't want to every. I can say everything in this podcast, but not everything. I don't mean like all the details, but I mean it was a work in progress. So we had a lot of issues about a lot of things before I traveled. So we're able to work on those issues.
How was so when you traveled to the US, yeah, is in Nigeria, how was communication? How was you guys talking? Were you guys talking every day? How were you guys able to manage keeping up with that constant communication? If there's a constant communication, or how were you guys able to keep on talking?
Okay, where I feel nothing changed on my own hand because he can actually
And
stay
also
up.
and also putting in mind of the time zone because if
Yes.
US is like 6 hours. Um,
Yes.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say nothing changed on my end because we always talk on my own time zone. Sometimes we might talk into the night, like that would be like almost 8 p.m. here, and I'll realize that oh, it's 3 a.m. in Nigeria, and they'll be like, oh, don't worry, it's fine. And it's going to work the next day. So I would say he went extra mile for us to have that communication steady because for the communication to be steady, I'll say it went extra mile. And there are days I don't even think I've stayed up till like past 12 because me, I like to sleep. But I'll say for him, for the communication, it was I didn't feel any difference. The only thing was that there was no physical touch. But aside that, because we talk on video call, I would say there was no issue with the communication because I can wake up and call him anytime because definitely it's going to be awake. So I didn't have any issues with communicate. We didn't have any issues with communication.
You see, intentionality. You guys be intentional about your relationship. Because we've actually had cases of whereby people move to different time zone and one person is like, oh, I can't stay up, another person is like, oh, I need to go somewhere, and basically that makes their relationship spoil or scatter, or I don't know, because they're not able to keep on or keep up with the communication. Well, yeah. And I feel like that's why most people even run away from long distance relationship, because they're like, oh, somebody one person is not communicating, another person is communicating. Yeah. But yeah, let's move on to the next question, which is what did you think was the hardest part of loving your partner?
The hardest part,
Mm-hmm.
um, I would say the hardest part is in as much as we talk every day, there are some times which I will not say only my partner, which I used to tell you that even though I talk to him every day, there are sometimes that you just need that hug and you don't want to say anything. You just need someone to be there for you physically. So I would say the little things I need, like someone to be there for me physically. I'll say that's the hardest part. And there are sometimes I'll go shop and I'll just sit in my car and I'll be like, oh my God, do I need to carry all these things all by myself? Because Nigeria, I'm not sure. I lived with my parents before I traveled, so I don't think I had that issue of being independent. So I'll say that the fact that you need someone to just hug, because sometimes life can be very, very difficult. And just that little help. Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to, you were trying to say something about how um both of you being intentional about, and how majorly your partner was being intentional about sending gifts.
Mm.
How was that for you? Like, especially during birthdays or maybe anniversary. I don't know if you guys celebrate anniversary, or if Valentine, if you guys celebrate Valentine also. So how was that navigating those um how was celebrating those special moments in both of your lives? How was it? Your birthdays, your anniversary, your Valentine Day. How was that for you guys?
I would say it was easy for me because I can just message the vendor in Nigeria because I know how to do stuff like that. And I'll say it was difficult for him because he's not even someone that knows how to do stuff like that. So I feel he has to reach out to friends, the exchange rates, and try to do something. But I will not lie, the little he has done, or I'll say the most he has done, he has been so he has been so intentional. And something about me, I don't care how big the gift is. I like expensive gifts. Let me put it out there. But I really don't care about how big is the gift is. I just care about you being intentional. I just want to know that you have me in mind. And sometimes I'll just say, oh, you have a package. And I'm like, which package? Then I'll go to my door and I'll say, and you always keep a note, and I feel most of the time that really rekindles the love for me, and I'm like, oh, so you actually care, and oh, yes.
My
Yeah,
God,
so
it
that's
is. It is this serious. I'll just be like, hey, God, oh, I go love.
what I'm saying, the fact that most of the time I'm not always expecting it, and the fact that and most of the time I get the gift, I'm always having a bad day, and I'm always having a bad day. Maybe something is just happening, and he was like, "Have you gotten anything?" I'm like, "What have I? I've not gotten anything." Then Anytime I see the gift, I'm always so happy. Yeah. So it's been a good experience. I will not say we don't have our ups and downs, but he's really trying on his hand. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go a bit, tiny bit deeper, just a tiny bit deeper, and
Okay.
yeah, you are liable to
Okay.
talk about as much as you want to talk. But was there a moment where you thought that, oh God, do you know what? I don't think I can do this long distance relationship again. I think I'm just like Miyoshima, that kind of
Hmm.
thing. Like I'm not doing this again. Was there ever a moment for? I'm okay. Obviously, you cannot speak for your partner, but was there ever a moment for you?
Yeah. Yes and no. Yes, I'll say yes, especially when we have like serious arguments about stuff, and I assume a lot. I think both of us assume a lot. We both assume a lot. So we had to like talk about it, that instead of assuming, just talk to me. I'll say there was one that happened recently. I was stressed. I was really, really stressed. And he just said a statement and I'm like, do you know what? I'm done. I didn't say I was done, but the tone I used in that chat, and I feel something we both learned is that when we're angry, we don't text. We try to call, because I noticed that I read the text based on the way I want to understand it. And truly, yes, that's the way I'm going to understand it. So we try to have a conversation about it. It might not be right there. Maybe when like we have this 3 days rule that it mustn't exceed 3 days. So, and most of the time he always break the silence, and he's going to write a long epistle of what he feels. But at that time, I'm always calm. So yes, we've had that. We've had a couple of times where I'm like, nah, I'm I don't think I can continue. But I realize that every time we have an issue and it gets resolved, we just get to understand each other, and the love gets stronger. Clock it.
Mm, I don't know. I personally, because I am your friend, so it's not like I'm going to talk about how I don't know you or I don't know this said person right I'm talking about. But the thing is, in as much as I know that long distance relationship is so hard, yeah, believe me, I don't know if I can ever do long distance relationship, but I just know that I think it makes you guys know yourself more in a sense, like you really um that it's not there's not necessarily like anything clouding your judgment. Like you guys are like you are discovering yourself each day, day by day, in your struggles, in your personal struggles, in relationship struggles, and all of those things. So yeah. Kudos
I
to you all.
get to know how your partner thinks, because sometimes I know, yes, I have some bad attitude when I've done something wrong, and I feel like he will just know there's a way the conversation will be going. Even though both of you are smiling, you know something is wrong. And sometimes, like, okay, just let's talk about this and what's going on. It might be like, oh, you don't want to talk about it right now, but that has not happened. But most of the time, we try our best to talk about everything. And yes, I talk a lot, especially in relationship. I'm this type of person that I just don't want any miscommunication. You need to understand what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I do you think that the long distance has helped your relationship or it did not help your relationship? Which do you think?
I would say, um, I would say it helped with communication. It helped us communicate well, because honestly, if I was close by, I can say, oh, I'm not going to talk to you because I know you know the way to my house. But if I know that this one, you guys have to talk. you have to sort it out whether you like it or not. So I'll say it has helped with communication. Do I like long distance relationship? No, I don't. But I'll say we make sacrifices for the ones we love, especially when we can see they are trying their best to make progress. Other people might not see it, but you can see, oh, it's not that this person is just sitting down, person is looking for avenues and all. So yes.
So are you guys looking forward in seeing each other maybe for vacation?
Oh
Well, oh,
yes. We are. Just help me pray, Uncle T. He makes life easier for everybody. Yeah. I say something like a lot of people say a lot like, oh, why have you guys not done this? Why have you not done this? You can't explain to everybody. Yeah, you're the one that know where the shoe hurts. So yes, we've been planning to, and don't worry, we'll give you an update. I think next time I'll come to your pod. It will be me and baby, baby. Yeah, so we are actually. It's
all right, that's very okay. But you mentioned earlier that the love has not necessarily, or no, I won't say the love, because even in friendship there's love. Well, the maybe the romance aspect has not, or the love aspects in the context of romance has not necessarily taken you people far, but it's involved your friends. Yes, sir, yeah, kept the relationship going, but it stopped the friendship. Can you like talk more about that?
Yes. So what I meant is that you guys can't keep saying, "Oh, I love you. You're the apple of my eye. You're the cockroach in my cupboard" every time. Let's be real. That can't happen every day of our lives. So we all have different stuff going on. So why I said the friendship kept us going and the friendship will keep us going is because sometimes I just need someone to talk to. I need someone to tell them. I need someone to tell, like, oh, I have this going on in my life. I really don't know what to do, which I know you don't have a solution to my problem. And I just need you to listen. I don't need the old loving dovey stuff. Then from there we can now remember moments that we've had back in Nigeria, and we'll remember our fights, how everybody reacted and hold, and we'll talk about it, learn from that moment and move on. Then hey, I think from there we'll now remember that, oh, that's true, we're lovers. Then we'll come back to it. And I just feel like for now, the friendship has kept us going. I would say we are intentional about the relationship, but I feel we are in a relationship building built with friendship. So yes, I don't even answer the question, but that's it.
Clackets, dropping gems, like a relationship. Yeah, the relationship built in friendship. Gotta beg, I got love. But I will not let this down so good. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, sometimes it's not something you plan. It's not something
I don't
I've had situations where I'm like, oh my god, I used to like God, I didn't sign up for this. But they used to say some people are actually what's going extra mile for. And I'll say something about me when I love you. I used to say that what's outside? We are outside, but at the same time we are not outside. There's nothing. See, just look for someone that cares so much about you and someone that loves you. Now, relationship is not perfect. I'm not saying our relationship is perfect. No, we have our ups and downs, but the love keep us going and the friendship, like I said. Yes.
it's I'm not gonna lie, it just seems really beautiful. I love love. I've always been a advocate of love. I love when, in fact, I feel like my own love is a bit. tiny bit toxic because I'm like, if both of you love yourself, like fuck off every other person that doesn't want you guys to be together, or just like that's it can be toxic to be fair. But I've just always been a lover girl. I was looking at her like, if you love him and she loves you, why are you people not together? Just be together. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, Esther, thank you so much for this conversation, for sharing your love and your love basically with us. Love you and your partner's love, so this. Yes. But just giving us like a snippet of what that entails. And is there something you would like to maybe personally improve on improve on in your relationship? Like based on the fact that you guys are on long distance, is there something that you would like to do more intentionally for your partner? Or you like your partner to do more intentionally for you? I think more because we are speaking to you. So we'd like to know if there's something you would like to do more intentionally for your partner
Okay.
in this relationship.
I would say when I'm going through a tough time, I'm I'm used to just staying on my own. Like there are sometimes that I involve the person. Like I said the person, sorry. There are sometimes I said the person because I was generalizing all my friends. But my partner, I when the situation is so hard for me to keep everything together, I'm just going to black out. And maybe after like a day I'm going to come back and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I could not handle it and all. So there's something what I would like to do is, even if the situation is too heavy for me to handle, I should just let him in. So that's what I'm working on. And hopefully listen to it. I know you might listen to it, but that's just the only thing which I'm working on. But yes, I'll get there. So just let your partner in. It's like those so people will say, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what is going on with you if you don't tell me. In as much as they even know what's going on, just sometimes you don't need to talk. Silence, just staying on the call and sleeping off, which I've done countless times, and or way long way. Yes, that's it.
Right. That's beautiful. Seriously, as these episodes are just been yes. I know I'm screaming that it's giving love, but yes, it has been giving love. And but yeah, thank you so much, Esther, for sharing this part of you with us on the pod. So we're going to a new segment, or rather, another segment, which is throwback time. So
Hmm.
just I know I didn't say this earlier, Nubes, but you can check. So basically, you are allowed to say at least or give us two music that you like, throwback songs, majorly, most importantly, throwback songs that you're like, okay, oh, I dig the song, I dig the song. Yes, yeah. So basically, that's that.
Hmm. The one that is coming to my mind, I can't remember the name,
You
but
can take a minute to search for it. No rush.
it's Don Jazz again. Dun, 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 dun. I'm in love. It's Don Jazzy. I'm in love. Exactly. Exactly.
That's the band or
Wait,
something.
is it the band? I think it's the band, Beyond Don Jazzy.
Well,
Is that was that? Yeah, it's the band. It's the band. But why did I say it's Don Jazzy again? Is that the beginning of the song?
yeah. So I think the band and John Jazzy were together that time. So they
Yeah.
both produced that song or something.
Okay. So should I give you the second one?
Yes.
The second one, I don't know the name, but it's this song. 3 years ago when I was in Mushi, some of them they you were get anything with a little pack on. The man of Bini come follow me, spill my bed. I know we're in GS. We were in GS3 or SS3? One of those classes. I know that's when the music came out or something. I can't remember. Yeah, so that's it. Do you want two is enough now?
Yes, three is enough. Two is enough. So the first one that I don't know, the second one,
I think
bumper
it's
to
by
bumper.
Bomba to
Okay.
Bomba, yes, by Mo Eads.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
So the first one is, guys, please go and listen to it. Fall in Love by the band came out in the year 2008. And the second one is Bumper to Bumper by When the Call, about 2009. So, for my own throwback song, because we've just been loving, 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 I want to do, or rather, I want to, it's, the song I want to even give is a bit, is Iyawani, Ololufemi, Oremi, Alayomi, I will love you forever. That is Timi Dakolo, Yawomi. And the last one would be Would you be my lover? Yes, no, yes, no, yes. That's my
Some like you need a light of fast. The people that are in relationship.
guys, guys. But yes, yes, yes. Yes, I like people. I like people that are in a relationship. I'm always it's not jealous, but it's just more like I'm always very like God is our own. No.
Well, he's on his way.
Oh my god. But yes, guys. So yes or no by Banky W. I don't know. I actually really like that song. But yes, thank you so much, Esther, for doing this with us. I really do appreciate you. We know that you're a very busy human being that you are. So we thank you for taking out of your time. Ah,
I'm not busy for my friend.
ah, ah. Good. Well, yes, guys. Well, guys, we've come to the end of this episode. So please make sure you like, subscribe, share, we post, we share, we guys. I'm see. I'm just giving up for my friends. Like Nidu and Ali, they just been sharing and reposting. Oh my god! And my brother that is always keeping up with every episode back to back. My brother was telling my sister because my sister doesn't even listen to this episode. She does I post, but she doesn't listen to my so this. So like my brother was telling my sister that okay, so I think in the last episode, I was talking and I was telling how I was saying how my brother would never necessarily know my love interest because but it knows it or is knowing it now because of what I'm saying on the pod, yeah. But if it's that is a conversation between both of us, he's never going to know about that. So he was not telling my sister that but me, am I not closer to my sister? And my sister is supposed to know all of these things. But my sister like, no, because she's very quiet. She doesn't tell us anything. She will hold it in her chest. Hold it in her chest. But see, guys, you people, I'm just giving you people like that. Free of charge. Free of charge. My family, they want to know things that are happening in my life. Like regarding to relationship and love. But you people, I'm just giving it to you free of charge. But yeah, whatever. But yes, thank you all for giving me this happening yourself to even do this. I do appreciate it. So thank you, Esther Anderson, once again for coming to the pod and sharing this part of yourself with us. We do appreciate it. I do not take it lightly and I do not take it for granted just because you're my friend. I do appreciate this. So thank you so much.
When will you pay? You need to pay people that come for request first.
Thank guys, when the brand deals, when the when the brands deals start coming in, we'll start paying our guests. But for now, for now we'll say Keresimesi. I don't know why I'm saying Keresimesi because Keresimesi has nothing to do with. Okay, no. For now we'll say Eshe o, Eshe o, Eshe o, Eshe o. Guys, legit. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.